Hello, everyone. Today, I would like to share with you my experience of witnessing the opening ceremony of the Badrinath Temple in Uttarakhand. It's actually a two-day event. We have rituals 2 days before the actual date of opening. Normally, we don't get to know more about these events because we visit the temple while it's open and then we just come back. We don't even think of uh, what kind of rituals might have been followed during the opening and closing of the temple. As all of you are aware, the Badrinath Temple is closed for 6 months during winter, and it's open around about Akshaya Tritiya day, which comes somewhere between April and May 15th, in that range normally. I've been fortunate enough to be present on a couple of occasions, first day and also on the previous 2 days at various places where these rituals were conducted. So I would like to share this with all of you. The first thing that happens is the oil for the Badrinath idol, which is called Katathailam, and it's brought in a kalash, a vessel from the royal family's house or village. In ancient days, I think they were collecting oil from every house. So the vessel used to start from the royal port, and from there it used to go through all the villages. So it was more an inclusive event before. And nowadays, whatever is required is being prepared in the royal family's descendant's house. And from there, it's taken in a procession. It goes through all the places, but they don't collect the oil anymore. It just comes from there. So this oil reaches Joshimath, Singh Temple in Joshimath, a couple of days before the actual opening date of the Badrinath Temple. So when it comes there, what happens is we already have the Shankaracharya Gaddi or the Asan where Shankaracharya did meditation. So that is present in this Singh Temple during winter. The head priest of Badrinath Temple, called as Ravalji, along with the Dharmadhikari or the administrative head of the temple, they all perform rituals. They perform havans, pujas, praying the Almighty for a safe and uneventful pilgrimage for all the yatris. So that is done 2 days before the actual opening date. That is done in Joshimath. So the kalas, Taira kalas, or the vessel in which they bring the oil, Gata Taira, is kept for worship. And we have the Shankaracharya Gaddis. What happens is the local women from Joshimath and nearby villages, they sing songs praising Lord Badrinath, praising mountains, praising Shankaracharya. So it's a typical folk song, which I'll be sharing end of this introduction. So they sing those songs, and happily they let the procession start from Joshimath. So there, what we have is we have the Shankaracharya Gaddi, which is kept in a palanquin, and we have this Katatela, which is taken by hand. And these two goes on a short procession from the Narsingh Mandir till the vehicle, and then from there, It's taken to a place called Pandukeshwar. Pandukeshwar is the local name. So Pandukeshwar is about 23 kilometers from Joshimath. And in Pandukeshwar, um, we have the Buddha, the Ucchavamurti of Badrinath. Buddha's idol is there in Pandukeshwar's Yoga Dhyan Badri temple, which is one of the Panchabadri temples. So these two, the Tel Kalash and the Shankaracharya Gaddi is taken there. It rested in that place for that night. So the first day's events comes to an end. The next day, which is one day prior to the opening of the Badrinath temple, what happens? The first thing is the Kuber uh, Mukhota or the face of Kuber. Those of you who have been to Badrinath know that the first thing on the left hand side in the inner Garbha Graha is the Kuber's face. So that is normally kept in a Kuber temple in Pandukeshwar, so which is approximately 10 minutes walk from the Yoga Dhyan Badri temple. So that Kuber comes out, they take on a procession to bear in a palanquin from that temple to Yoga Dhyan Badri, and there it goes inside the sanctorium there. They take it inside to let Kuber have darshan of Buddha and Yoga Dhyan Badri there. So once that's done, they bring it outside of that sanctum. And in the meanwhile, they construct a silver palanquin to take Uddhav from there in a procession to Badrinath. So what they do is the chief priest there does an aarti for Uddhavji there, and then Uddhav is mounted on this palanquin. And now we have three palanquins. One which has Shankaracharya Gaddi, which came from Joshimath, and now we have Kuber, which has reached Yogadhyan Badri temple. And we have Uddhavji, which was already there in Yogadhyan Badri Mandir. So three palanquins, and we have the tail colors, which is carried by people. So all this goes on a procession in the streets of Pandukeshwar. And from there, it is mounted in a vehicle. And that vehicle goes to Badrinath. So all along, even in Joshimath as well as in Pandikeshwar, we have the military band, the playing welcome songs. They've been very nice to hear with the bagpipers and all that. So we have military personnel all along. So the procession goes to Badrinath by vehicle. At the entrance of the Badrinath town, those of you who have gone there know that we have a toll gate or a barricade there, at the entrance of Badrinath town, just after the helipad, where they mark down the number of persons in the vehicle number, and some small token amount is collected as entrance fee. So until that point, the vehicle comes with all the palanquins. From there, what happens is all this are taken out of the vehicle and people carry it on a procession all along till the temple. Now, this is definitely something which one needs to witness to see the joy of the localites, the Mana villagers, how many villagers come there to greet the Lord Buddha, get them, inside the temple. It's a very nice sight. They dance around freely. They're very happy. They express lots of happiness. all along the procession. And it comes to the entrance of the temple. So here, what happens is they open the outer door, which is the main door of the temple complex. So they open it briefly, and all this, whatever they brought, the tail colors, Shankaracharya Gati, and the Buddha, palanquin with Buddha and Kuber, all this goes inside the temple and they do a parikrama. Once one parikrama is done, what happens is they take the Shankaracharya Gati and tail colors and Uddhavji to the Ravalji's quarters. Ravalji is the chief priest, like I said before. So to his quarters. And the Kuber is taken to a village called Bhamini. Bhamini village, when you are facing the Badrinath Temple, on the left-hand side, we have a small lane which goes. So down the line, in that lane, it's the Bhamini village. So Kuber is taken and kept in a village temple overnight. Now, this is the end of that day's events as far as the temple administration is concerned. And we have a lot of volunteers taking up the whole temple complex with a lot of flowers. And the whole night they do all that. And then the next day, which is the day of opening of the main sanctum sanctorium, what happens is early in the morning, I would say about 2 hours before the actual Muhurat time, the chief priest, the temple administration committee people, and royal family, if somebody is there, and they all come. The CEO of the Kedar Badri committee, they come, and those people come and they perform Havan. Chief priest performs Havan inside the Badri temple complex to praying God that everything should be smooth without any hindrance. And then around the same time when they start all this, roughly 2 hours before the opening, the Kuber is brought from the Bhamini village in this palanquin by the local villagers. The Bhamini village people, they come, they bring Kuber through the side entrance. For those of you who have been there, I just want to tell you what I mean by side entrance. See, when you go inside the temple complex, you must have seen a seva ticket counter. On the side of this counter, you have a gate. So that's the side entrance. So which means now when I'm facing the temple, you have to take left and take the first right. That's when you can get into the side entrance. So the Kuber comes through that small gate inside. It's highly secured in the morning. It's very difficult to get inside. So don't try to be there and it's very difficult. It's a lot of security. So once you go inside, Kuber is taken inside and then the Havan completes. Now, at the time of Muhurt, the temple needs to open. It's not like a house or any other place where you just put the key and open. That's it. It's not as simple as that. A lot of significance, every ritual that they do. So what they do is, as far as I remember seeing it, been fortunate twice, as I told you earlier, whatever I could remember, and from what I heard from people who have been there on a daily basis, I mean, on a yearly basis, opening day, message I got and the message I witnessed and the events that I witnessed as follows. See, there are 4 locks, I think, on the main door. So these 4 locks are open that day. 4 of them have the key. I'm not sure who are exactly the 4, but I know 2 of them. One is the committee, and another one is the Mana village people. On the day when I was there witnessing this, I saw one person, I think probably from the Dimiri family, I don't know. So, but the person who normally arranges all these artis was having that key. Whether he possesses this always or it's just on that day to open, I'm unaware of it. And the one from Gantakar temple complex, which is inside the main complex. He was having another key on that day. Maybe it was somebody else the other day, other years. I don't know. But just to let you know that there are four keys, four locks with different people, and they open that day. Once they open, now we have to open the door to go inside. So from whatever I discussed with Ravanji about this, and also from the experiences shared by Pandit Venugopalachar Bhagyapalli, he was the manager for Anantamat, which belongs to Pejawar Mutt in Badrinath. So invariably, every year on the first day, on the opening day, he used to stand next to the Ravalji when Ravalji was entering the temple. So from what he said and what I've seen, what they told me was it's very difficult for a normal person to just open the door and go inside and have a look at the main deity after 6 months, because it's very powerful. The rays are powerful. That's what they said. So what they do is what Ravalji does is he keeps the Uddhavji's idol in the hand, and he enters the complex, he enters the sanctum sanctorium alone with Uddhavji in his hand. So he shows Uddhavji first to Lord, and he enters inside, he closes the door, and he keeps this Uddhavji in front of Lord Badrinath in the innermost chamber, entrance of the chamber, keeps there. He changes his dress, he wears a sari, and then he takes the goddess Lakshmi, the idol of goddess Lakshmi, which is inside. He takes it out, comes out, and keeps the idol of goddess Lakshmi in the sanctum, which is meant for goddess Lakshmi on the side, left-hand side of the complex. And then he goes back, he changes his dress, and then he opens the door for people to come. In the meanwhile, what he does is he goes inside the main area, the innermost chamber near the Lord, and there is this Akhanda Jyoti, which has been burning for the last 6 months. On the last day, when they close the temple, they keep the Akhanda Jyoti filled with ghee, and they just come out. But it's amazing to know that it's burning for the last 6 months, 7 months, depending on weather and the Muhurta date. And what the Ravalji does is there's a new Akhanda prepared and kept there. Then he takes it inside and he keeps it there, and then he lights the new Akhanda Jyoti, and the one which was burning for 6 months is sent outside for darshan for people. So if you are lucky enough to be present on the first day, please, especially in the mornings, please find out where they keep. Normally, they keep it near the Shankaracharya Gaddi on the left-hand side of the complex. Once you enter, that's where you can find somebody sitting with a jyoti. If you wonder why somebody is sitting, if you happen to go there on the first day, and if you wonder why somebody is sitting with a lamp, with the Akhanda Jyoti, it's nothing but the same Akhanda Jyoti which was inside burning for the last 6 months. So if you ask him, if you request him, he will take a tip of that ghee and place it in your hand. It's prasad. So going back to what the Ravalji does, so he takes it and he gives it out, and then he starts cleaning up the main idol. I shouldn't use the word cleaning up, it's not cleaning. Basically, what happens is before they close the temple, they apply a lot of ghee. And the local Mana villagers, I think it's some kind of a wool. It's like a thick wig of this size. So by hand, they make it like a coat. They do it with utmost affection and love, respect to Badrinath. It's their belief, they wouldn't want to even think of Badrinath, the idol, being affected by extreme climate conditions. So they offer this every year on the last day to be placed as a court idol. So the Ravanji removes that, keeps it aside, and then whatever oil, whatever ghee they had applied before, and also whatever sandalwood paste they had applied, they remove everything out. So he removes everything, keeps it aside, then he just wipes everything, and then he takes all those things and goes back to his chamber, to his quarters. Those, the material from the court is given as they call as prasad. So it's the ghee and the chandan. But it's very difficult to get that from Ravalji on those days. We have a lot of VIP movement. In the first day, we have normally we have few governors, chief ministers, sometimes the prime minister or the president, and whole lot of VVIPs like the Ambani, sometime the Bachchans. So a lot of people, VVIPs come early in the morning to have darshan of Lord Badrinath on the opening day. So they come in the morning. So the Ravaji gives these prasads to them. If you're lucky, you can drive, go there on the first day. And then what happens is, since the temple is open only at that time, it takes a lot of time for them to prepare the kitchen, clean it up, and also to perform special prayers before they ignite the fire cooking. So that's a process there as well. So it would take approximately 3 hours from the time the Ravanji goes into his chambers for things to be prepared and kept ready. So once, because the bhog has to be prepared. So once it's ready, they inform the Ravanji, and the Ravanji comes out, takes a bath, comes in full austerity, without touching anybody, goes to the temple, and the Mahabhishekam for Lord Badrinath happens at that point of time, which I would say is approximately to take about 4 to 4.5 hours from the time of the Muhurts. So that's when the Abhishek starts. First day, normally the Abhishek is late because of these reasons. So these are all the things that happen. It's a wonderful, wonderful sight. I'm going to attach some videos and share some pictures along with this with small captions so you know what I explained so far. For me, this is really a divine experience. Really blessed. Blessings of my parents, my ancestors, my Guruji, and the Almighty. Badrinath has been my favorite Ishta Devata for a long time. Really blessed to witness this. I humbly request all of you to try to make it at least once in your lifetime in the beginning, the first day, to witness all this because it's such a beautiful experience. And especially when the temple is open and then when you enter through the main entrance to the temple, because only for the half an hour, first half an hour, you can enter through the main entrance. Then the main entrance is closed and people are allowed from the side entrance. When you go there and see him, you can actually feel uh, the weight of all these sorrows, sadness, or worries that you might carry being lifted off your chest. It's a wonderful feeling, can never be expressed. So are these events, it can never be explained properly. The same energy can never be captured in camera or photographed, but still made a humble effort here to share my experience. Please do visit. And I keep hearing a lot of people uh, going for first day, first show movies. I'm not a movie buff. I don't watch movies. But for me, this first day, first show is the biggest thing in my life so far. So please make a sincere effort. Pray the Almighty that you get an opportunity to meet Badrinath if you have not had a darshan so far. And for those of you who already had a darshan, please pray the Almighty to give you one more chance particularly on the first day to witness all this. Jai Badri Vishal. God bless all. Thank you.